We are doing the repair work for the Frails family in Groovetown, Georgia. Once again, this is the Frails family. Today is February 4th of 2025. This is the shingle that we'll be repairing. The shingles surrounding are in pretty fair, decent conditions, and let's begin. A couple of key ideas that we like to note about doing any type of repair work for our homeowner. We understand that lifting up the shingle a certain degree sometimes can affect the repair work, affect the shingles at hand at sometimes. But what we will note is we're only going to be lifting up the shingles appropriate to the nailing zone of the current nailing zone on this roof. So of course, if the nailing right here, we're not going to lift it up too much, but if the nailing's up here, we'll have to lift it up a lot more than typical. And then also want to note to the manufacturer, pretty much all manufacturer instructions, statements about any repair work that's need to be done on the property that is asphalt shingles. If there's any marring, tearing, ripping, matting transfer, anything that's going to affect the water, the roofing system at hand and the water protection system also. So we're going to note that, and any other damages that happens or doesn't happen, we're going to note. And let's begin. Oh, also, when we do lift up the shingles, we're going to do a POV style video on my phone just so you can actually see how far up we're going to have to lift the shingles. We already got some ripping. This is just from me trying to unseal the shingle. So this is telling me the shingle is very fragile already, that doing a repair work for the homeowner might not be valid. So let's take note about this, how far we're going to have to lift the shingles up, and we do have some matting transfer as well. So I'm going to take my phone out, record that. We are doing the Frails repair work. We're taking off the nails. Right now we're checking how far up we have to lift the shingles up, and about this far up we're going to have to lift it up. So take note. And then as well, I can already feel some matting transfer on this shingle. So this is already deemed unrepairable, just all that's matting transfer. And then once again, we do have that rip right here as well. So the shingle is very fragile. So already off the bat, this row is not going to seal properly when we place a new one, but let's continue. Seems like we are having some creases forming as well at the top of this left side of the shingle. Now we're moving on to the second row. So yeah, we definitely have a crease showing right there. But once again, this is how far up we're gonna have to lift the shingle up, and we do have matting transfer as well. So about this much. We're still doing the repair work for the Frails family. We just got finished taking this first row of nails out, and we're already seeing actually a crease forming right there. But noting how far we're going to have to lift up the shingle is about this much. So take note of that. About that much on this side as well. All right, let's continue. Not sure if it's picking up, but we do have creases right here, and then we do got some matting transfer. So I'm gonna point some matting transfer out on the phone before I put the new shingle in. All right. We'll be using the roof snake to install the nails. A couple of things about the roof snake. We're not such a big fan of the roof snake. Sometimes what ends up happening is when you need to nail onto the OSB or the decking of the roof, you need to make sure it's perpendicular or horizontal to the decking. Sometimes what ends up happening with this is that it moves it to the side or front or back, or sometimes side to side. We can't have that to make sure that we have the actual shingle rated to the correct rating, to the guidelines, to the manufacturer. So if that does happen, we're going to go switch from the roof snake to more of a traditional installation. And when that happens, we will show the approach angle if we have to use the hammer and all that. But once again, we're going to use the roof snake for right now, and let's continue. We do have creases forming on that row as well, so that is also showing us that it's unrepairable as well. So there's many points of contact on this roof that is showing us that this roof isn't suited for any type of repair. We got creases up here. Once again, this is crease all the way across. Impact damage from the roof snake. This is a failed repair test. I mean, a failed repair work for the homeowner of the Frails family. So we got creases going on first row and second row, and then as well we got matting transfer all across these shingles. So once again, the shingle's not going to adhere correctly, so it's going to cause more damage for the homeowner later down the road and things like that. But thank you.